Hey, so today we just have a recap video for you today, just in the next 4 to 5 minutes, going over what's going on with car prices. Some people are paying over $1,000 a roundabout for their cars. Then we're going to look at a testimonial that I just received, and then round it off with the Federal Reserve with Jerome Powell speaking for a minute. So let's first start off with um, our car payments. So let's see what's going on in the world. So let's get this ad out the way. CBS News, record share of Americans are paying $1,000 or more on monthly car payments. Now, I may be not with the times, but I feel like that's too expensive for a car. That's too much for a car, in my opinion. They also go to point out, which is crazy or interesting to me, is that even the average used cars are going for a little over $500 per month. And why this is important is because if we look at this Bloomberg article here, you're going to see that Americans are falling behind on their car payments at a higher rate than in 2009 per Bloomberg, right? So, not going to comb through this entire article, just going to share some stats with you. And the one thing that I wanted to point out that stood out the most, let me see if we can get to this thing right here. So let's read this. More Americans are falling behind on their car payments than during the financial crisis. In December, the percentage of subprime auto borrowers who were at least 60 days late on their bills rose to 5.67%, up from a 7 year low of 2.58% in April of 2021, according to Fitch Ratings. That's a massive jump. That's a double, isn't it? It looks like it. So if we contrast that, right, this is based on the article, compare this to 5.04% in January 2009 during the peak of the Great Recession. So that is interesting to say the least, right? So if average car payments, new cars, about somewhere around 700 to 1,000, with used cars being 500, and they're just noting that people are falling behind on their payments, right? So I want to go briefly and just into a testimonial I received last night via online. So I sent this out to a client to review my services. And so pretty much what you see here is that I got good down the line, and I want to share two questions or two responses with you actually. So please describe the best aspects of working with us. Jonathan is very knowledgeable of his craft and easy to work with. And then what else would you like to share? Jonathan is trusted and will guide you through all of your life insurance needs. He is honest and advises you of the right coverage based on your financial situation and educates you on how to save your money. And most importantly, would you recommend us to a friend or colleague? And a client answered yes. So that's just a taste of the menu of what it's like to work with me. And then last but not least, the Federal Reserve did raise interest rates today. So I'm not going to play this whole video. I'll just play a minute of it um, to get you guys some information.
This from happening again. Turning to the broader economy and monetary policy. Inflation remains too high, and the labor market continues to be very tight. My colleagues and I understand the hardship that high inflation is causing, and we remain strongly committed to bringing inflation back down to our 2% goal. Price stability is the responsibility of the Federal Reserve. Without price stability, the economy does not work for anyone. In particular, without price stability, we will not achieve a sustained period of strong labor market conditions that benefit all. The U.S. economy slowed significantly last year, with real GDP rising at a below-trend pace of 0.9%. Consumer spending appears to have picked up this quarter, although some of that strength may reflect the effects of swings in the weather across the turn of the year. In contrast, activity in the housing sector remains weak, largely reflecting higher mortgage rates. Higher interest rates and slower output growth also appear to be weighing on business fixed investment. Committee participants generally expect subdued growth to continue,
So I'll go ahead and
as
stop it
shown in our
here. It's going to be our show for the day. So I'll see you guys all next week. Take care and have a good one.